Entering the cage first into the red corner, please make some noise for Marc Webster. And his opponent into the blue corner, please make some noise for Gadd. Introducing first the fighter in the red corner, weighing 77.7 kilograms. Fight out of Hammer, with a record of 3 wins and no losses. Please make some noise for Marc Webster. And his opponent, the fighter in the blue corner, weighing 77 kilograms. Fight out of Mac Academy, with a perfect record of 2 wins and no losses. Please make some noise for Gadd.
Yeah, 2 undefeated fighters here, Steve. Putting that little bit more gravitas on the occasion.
Opens straight away with a kick to the outside leg is Webster.
Yeah, Webster travelled a long way to be here today from up in Liverpool, England. Certainly not making that journey to make up the numbers.
Oh, and throwing with both throwing with some intention there in the pocket.
We know those guys from Hammer love a scrap.
Absolutely.
Teammate Sophie O'Brien on the card later this evening. Another very promising prospect to keep an eye on. Nice check hook there from Webster.
The pace to this one started quick and hasn't slowed yet.
Webster looking for that right hand in these exchanges. Oh, beautiful inside leg kick there.
Just took the balance and dropped him to his back, and Webster now looking like he wants to get the job done.
Yeah, people think of leg kicks as, you know, sort of a grinding maneuver, you know, just chopping away and slowly deadening the leg and reducing the movement. But yeah, if you catch a guy off balance like that, you know, you can change the phase of the fight really quickly, and we've seen that a couple of times here tonight.
Looking for that. Was he just looking to control the ankle there?
Possibly. It did look like he was maybe trying to set up the Achilles tendon pull.
Just working for position, not giving anything. Oh, nice knee to the body there. I tell you, I get happy when that happens, Brad.
You love the knee to the body, Steve.
Do like
you know, you talked about it earlier on. It's such an underutilized technique, both in professional and amateur mixed martial arts. Yeah, we're still fighting under the rule set, I believe, here, where knees to the head are legal at the amateur level, but knees to the body, such an underutilized technique, both on the ground and standing, I believe.
Gadd's still in this. Both guys. Just seems at the moment Webster might be landing just a little bit more cleanly, a little bit more often.
And again, a perfectly timed inside leg kick just took the center of gravity away from his opponent there. Yeah, got to be careful there. That spinning back fist, but he landed with the elbow.
And you see Webster bite down on his gum shield and just move on in forward as that storm came in.
Yeah, elbow strikes not allowed under the amateur rule set. You might get away with the forearm connecting. Obviously, it's not intentional, but needs to be careful when he's landing. If he crooks that arm a little bit, potentially going to get himself in a situation where he might lose a point there. Nice jab from Webster as that round ends, and a very, very compelling contest so far, Steve.
I mean, I can't believe that 3 minutes flew.
Yeah,
absolutely flew by. Webster maybe having a little more stank on everything, but very close.
Well, you know, Webster's a guy who clearly carries a lot of his weight in his upper body. You know, he's got big arms, big shoulders. He's going to land probably with a bit more force 9 times out of 10 than Jack Gadd, who's, you know, no small man himself, but, you know, physically upstairs, not the same kind of tank that Webster is. It doesn't mean that he's going to hit any less hard. You know, how many times have we heard Conor McGregor say, you know, it's the precision and it's the timing, not necessarily how fast and how hard.
Power and timing beats speed, isn't that what he? Something like that.
I'll defer to your judgment on that one. I'll be honest, my mind went blank for a second.
Well, I'm going to presume I'm right. The referee making them just quickly get rid of that excess water as we start the second round. Did Gadd need to do anything there? Did Webster keep doing the same thing? And what does Gadd need to do?
Well, you know, it's interesting because it's not like he was massively on the back foot. He was just kind of beaten to the punch in a few of these exchanges, and you know, perhaps in our judges' eyes, it looks like Webster's doing the better work on the feet because he's snapping his man's head back with these shots. That's a fair assessment, I guess. You know, perhaps it's on Gadd to mix it up a little bit, start hitting with a little bit more volume. If he's not going to be able to one-shot this guy, you know, land 3 for every 1 that Webster lands.
What I've noticed he is doing at the start of this round, though, is he's taking more of the center of the cage. It's him pushing with Webster from the back, but again, that lovely...
Beautiful sweep of the rear leg there from Webster, caught the kick, swept the back leg out. That's Thai boxing 101. And Webster pounding away here.
Some of those shots getting through. Gadd doing a fairly good job of defending. Yeah, he's eating a few of these, but it could have been a whole lot worse. Now he's giving his back.
He's giving his back here, and this isn't good. It looks like Webster's got one hand certainly around the face, if not under the neck.
Very good by Gadd to survive. Looking for the arm now.
He was briefly looking for a Kimura there. He's got more of looking for a straight armbar, but it's Gadd on top now. If he can free that arm, he could potentially do some damage here.
Absolutely, arm is free, but Webster works to try and pull him into his guard. Gadd brings him back up to his feet. Maybe a mistake, but again, in this round, he seems to be controlling more of the pay.
Nearly picked him out of the air with that shot.
Yeah, gotta be careful.
Shades of Fedor versus Andrei Arlovsky there.
Man.
You do not want to jump in on the guy with a mean overhand right.
Was that a little bit of desperation, or did he just see an opportunity the rest of us didn't see?
Oh, you never know. You know, Gadd's face certainly showing the marks of war here. He's taken a few big shots in this one.
Nice inside kick again, but Gadd still staying firm, holding the center of the cage.
Webster has that hand cocked. Oh, but he takes a big left hand.
She said that the guys from Hammer, the fight team from Hammer, aren't afraid of a fight. They don't mind it getting ugly. I'm sure they prefer it wouldn't, but they don't mind if it does. Oh, that left hand, and he's calling. Gadd's calling him on. Come on, what have you got?
And you know, Steve, we've seen it so many times in the past, these guys who are heavy on top and carrying a lot of muscle becomes a chore when you hit the second and third rounds.
Absolutely right now, Webster, though, still looking all right, feint in his head, still light on his toes. I think not a much better round. This makes it sound like the first wasn't close, but a much better round from
Oh, absolutely.
Gadd there.
I completely agree with that, Steve. You know, Webster seemed to perhaps take his foot off the gas a little bit. That may well have been intentional. You know, as we said, he's carrying a lot of muscle, takes a lot of oxygen to keep those pistons pumping. And Jack Gadd really using his range and the combination strikes towards the end of that round to cause his man a bit of trouble. Certainly turn this one into a more of a dogfight than the first round was. Let's see if he can keep that up. He certainly looks confident in and of himself in terms of dragging Webster into deep waters. But you know, you look in the Hammer corner and you see Ashley the Beast Reese. If you want to talk about a man who's up for a dogfight, if I was in that situation, I don't think there's anyone I'd like in my corner more than Ashley Reese.
Absolutely not.
Absolute top prospect in UK MMA. One of the best amateurs the country's ever produced, and I'm sure he's going to emulate that at pro.
Gadd looking to touch gloves to start. Webster just interested in getting the fight going. Inside leg kick again landed from Webster. Got to be careful not to raise that chin as he leans back to counter.
They really are going shot for shot at this point, Steve.
Absolutely. You take one, I'll take one. But again, Gadd controlling the center. It's Gadd who's controlling where this fight is. It's controlling where Webster has to fight from in the cage. And
you know, you talk about the scoring criteria. It's effective striking and effective grappling are the two main criteria. After that, you're looking at cage control and aggression. And you know, all things being equal, you've got to say that it's Gadd at the moment with the cage control and perhaps the aggression too. He's certainly leading the fight.
Absolutely.
I don't think you could say at this point in this round at least that either man's landing the more damaging shots or being a more effective striker.
Webster looking to counter strike there, but Gadd's able to slip just out of as he goes back to that leg kick that brought him to the day. That's been his most effective shot throughout the fight so far. And again, Gadd is backing him up, and Webster's not getting a whole lot of room, and he keeps that chin up. Gadd may just put the stamp on it. A lot of bounce still in Webster's step, but bouncing and throwing punches are two different things.
Yeah, neither man leaving it to chance in this third round, and quite rightly so. I'm sure both corners have said it's anyone's game, and it certainly is.
Webster looking. Just slipping out of reach.
Gadd's corner asking him to pick his shots. Oh, nice right hand there from Webster. Oh, and a big left.
But Webster not rushing in, not getting into a firefight, picking his shots and getting out.
You know, Webster's corner calling him on there. You know, they want to see him push forward. They want to see him land that shot that rocks his man or pushes him back and then capitalise.
Nice leg kick again. Trying to bring those hands down to open up the head. 10
Webster
seconds.
needs to be careful swinging and missing like that at this stage in the fight. He's been a lot more accurate with his leg kicks than he has with his hands so far.
Gadd looking to end with that spinning technique one more time, and Webster walking heavy on that, on his the right leg. He doesn't look. Maybe a little tweak there.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, you know, he's been hammering his opponent's shins and thighs with it for 9 minutes. So, you know, I think we can let him off on that one. But hey, you know, for my money, you know, one of the more competitive fights of the night so far here at Golden Ticket 6.
Thoroughly enjoyable, and we turn it over to Karsten Lenoir, and he'll give us the judge's decision in just a moment.
So after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. And we have your winner via unanimous decision for the fighter in the red corner, Marc Webster. And please make some noise for our runner-up, Gadd.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with your winner, Marc Webster. Marc, that was a hard-fought 3 rounds. How are you feeling?
A little bit exhausted, I'm not going to lie. It was a lot tougher than I thought it would be, but still kept going. And
you know, he seems to come on quite strong in the 3rd round. What was going through your mind between the 2nd and 3rd rounds, and what advice did your corner give you?
just to take him out really, but to be fair, he's to be honest. I just can't wait to get back here next time.
That was a fantastic performance. Is there anyone you want to thank before we let you go here?
Yeah, big thanks to all the audience and all my teammates that come with me today. Big up yourselves, yeah?
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Marc Webster.